Men do not want slutty women.
So much to unpack here, okay? We're dealing with classic slut shaming. Basically, it all boils down to women's sexuality, which for generations was controlled by men. In fact, women's sexuality did not have a place outside of the male gaze and was seen as something for men's pleasure alone for a very long time. In other words, women were allowed to be sexual if and when and to the extent that pleased men. And that is why the term slut was even invented. You see, a slut is a woman that ignores the sexual boundaries men have put on women. She has many sexual partners. She does not live up to the expectations of how she should behave or dress, but more importantly, she enjoys sex for her own pleasure, not men's. Now, the term is sadly still used as an insult to describe women who are promiscuous, something that women were not allowed to be. You see, sexual expression, freedom, the right to be promiscuous, unfaithful, flirty were all reserved for men, and women had to choose. If they wanted to be the marrying type, the type that men respected and did not see as sluts and whores or just for fun, they had to suppress their sexuality and only express it at the right time and the right amount, according to men. Now, some men sadly still believe this is what women should do, but the truth is, gone are the days that women actually care what those type of men think. And to be clear, the only reason women ever cared was because they didn't have a choice. There was a time where women did not have financial freedom, let alone the right to vote or work or have any impact on politics and finance, and the only thing a woman could do was try and marry the best man she could find who would hopefully look after her and her children while she played the only role society allowed her. But those days in many parts of the world are over, and women's goals today are no longer to simply marry a man. And it's time those who still hold those sexist, chauvinistic, and frankly archaic opinions realize that they need to bring much more to the table if they want to attract a woman and be worthy of her time. The idea that women are still being called sluts for doing exactly what many straight men have been doing for generations is sexist and is a great example of the double standards between women and men. And the fact that there are no male equivalent to the term slut just shows the difference in society's attitude towards men and women's sexuality. It really is time we all move away from this slut shaming. Instead of teaching girls what to wear and how to behave so that men respect them, it's time we teach boys and men that sexuality is normal for everyone. Now, as a 46-year-old mother, wife, daughter, sister, friend, I can tell you that I'm also a sexual being, a woman who enjoys sex and does not feel the need to apologize for it. I'm in absolute peace with my inner slut. My sexuality and your sexuality is ours to explore, express, enjoy, and slut shaming is simply another misogynistic tool to control women. The end.